What's going on, guys? Welcome to another episode of Pub, Suds, and Grubs presents
The Speakeasy. What's up?
What's up? What's
going on?
Johnny, how you doing?
I'm good.
All right, what do we got here?
We got a beer today. This beer comes from your keg.
Yes,
It's our first draft beer.
So we keep saying, we're like, oh, we got to do our draft beer on one of these episodes, and I still have my Icarus here.
Yeah, we drink it before we start to loosen up a little bit, but we never do it on the show.
Yeah, so we said, why not? Let's do a draft beer on this one. So what do we got?
We got Icarus. We want the gold.
Yes.
It's one of my favorites.
Yeah, this is a good one.
It's a IPA coming in at 8.1.
8.1?
8.1. Perfect. Right in the wheelhouse.
Okay. Let's see how it... Well, I've tasted it tons of times, but let's see how it tastes again.
This is a good beer.
All right. Is it golden?
Solid. It's stay golden, Paul.
I was just going to say
golden. Good beer, man. I feel bad. I gave Icarus a bad rap on one of our episodes, and I didn't really mean it that way.
I wouldn't say you gave it a bad rap.
They're a good brewery. Their beers are top notch for the state of New Jersey. You know, like they're good beers, man. They're popular.
Top three for sure. Yeah. You know, they're up there. They're definitely.
I was just stating that some of their beers, you know, you start tasting the same a little bit. It goes into my thing where if you blindfold me, I can tell what's a magnifying Icarus.
So you know, Icarus. Did we mention this? They're moving. I think
yes. No, we didn't mention it, but yes, they are into a nice spot. It looks like.
Where are they going? Brick or?
They're in Brick.
Oh, no, they're in Lakewood.
They're in Lakewood. They're going to Brick. Yeah. They're in Lakewood going to Brick, and the new spot looks superb.
Yeah, that's cool, man. I'm glad to see that they're doing well and that they can.
That place is small. It's a small spot there now for the amount of people that go in there.
Yeah. Oh gosh, you can really you can get tipsy pretty quick there because they have a huge selection.
There's so much on the menu.
I remember
it's almost overwhelming.
Always drive with a designated driver.
Yes, especially going to Icarus.
Yeah, especially going to Icarus. Yes, because we do that. Yeah. So, they're good.
They're always full of good IPAs. Yeah. And then,
do you remember your first Icarus beer? Which one you had first?
I do.
Oh, wow,
I do.
I wonder if it's the same as mine. What is it?
Mine was at a beer festival we went to in Jersey City, and it was Schooner. Little Schooner.
Oh yeah.
It was a Schooner.
It was a reference to I think Mallrats or something. No, or no?
Yes. Not a Schooner. Is that what it's called?
Yeah, I think that might have been.
Yeah, that was my first Icarus beer.
My first one was Power Juicer at. I don't think it was Suburban when I went there. Suburban in Randolph. I think it was Morris Tap and Grill back then.
Okay.
But yes, that was my first Icarus, and I didn't know who they were, and I was like, "Ooh, this is solid." And I had a mental note right away. I was like, "Icarus, okay, guys are good.
Yeah.
Let me try out some of the other stuff and see how And I was like, and every time they had something new. And the great thing about Icarus too is that it's not just their beers. Their IPAs, rather. They have good stouts too.
Stouts,
yeah. They do.
They do like that Russian stout.
Yeah, the Klishnikov.
They do a lot of stuff.
Which is good. It goes back to what we said. Versatility is huge, man. And
it's funny. They put out like the same. You'd think that they're putting out the same beers, and then you go to check in. Like I've had this already, and you didn't because it's a different version.
Yes,
like Power Juicer's got like quite a few different versions.
I know. It's like Yacht Juice, man.
Yeah, Yacht Juice. Their Crayon series.
Yeah, drinking crayons.
There's a lot of stuff. Man.
Yeah, I've had some good ones from them. Liberty and Prosperity I had on tap for a while, and
I think this one's my favorite.
Yeah, this is a good one, man.
This is definitely a good one.
And I don't think it's got the whole lactose thing, going back to that, only because I was trying to avoid that when I'm getting keg beers.
Yeah, right. So. And that's the thing, they delivered it to you, right?
Yeah, they delivered. So that was a cool thing. If there's any silver lining to this pandemic, that's one cool thing that we have now, is that the
beer was being delivered to us.
Beer is being delivered. And I think, Magnify was doing like a, I don't know, it might have been like a four-pack minimum or something, which I was like, yeah, sure. You're driving from Fairfield to Chester. Kane, I've gotten kegs from. Like I said, Icarus, Magnify. They've, and I think they like it too.
Honestly, I say, obviously the pandemic sucked, but that was a good thing that came out of it, is the breweries were able to do more.
Yeah.
to stay in business. And the New Jersey government was like, we'll support you. That's fine. Let's do it. And it hasn't gone back. You can still get deliveries.
Yeah.
It's cool. Hopefully it stays that way for these guys,
I hope so. The next step would be bringing food into these places.
And we need New York breweries to be able to deliver to New Jersey.
Yeah.
That's something that doesn't happen. So we need that.
New York. Oh,
like you can't get Equilibrium delivered at home.
Yeah.
Like that's big with District 96. It's like they're right on the border of New Jersey and New York, and you're like, just bring it to the rest stop at New Jersey.
That's right. That's right there. Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
Soon, you never know.
Yeah, but New York though, you can have food at the breweries.
Yeah. Pennsylvania too. Yeah.
Yeah.
Most states. We're one of the rare
New York
ones you
is
can. I
a
can't
lot
figure out
different.
why.
New York is a lot different, especially with their liquor licenses as well. It's a lot different.
Yeah.
Like here, buying a liquor license is like supply and demand.
Right.
So say a town only is offering 5 of them, and they're all being used, or finally one restaurant sells, and that's the only liquor license in the town.
Right.
You got to spend like an arm and a leg for that. It's like really expensive. New York I think it's a little bit different with that, where you get it for a couple $1,000 and renew it every year.
Sure.
And it's just.
You know what I'm finding more and more too is breweries are having like live bands play. Icarus had a couple live bands. It's an
experience now, man. Yeah, it's cool.
Jersey Girl, which is close to you here, well, not far off, right? Jersey Girl's in what? Hackettstown,
right? Yeah. So you got Manskirt, Jersey Girl, Zigmeister. Yeah,
they had a Dave Matthews cover band play, and they were charging like tickets to get in. I would love to go see that.
You got to tell our buddy Dom to
we should do that, dude. Yeah. I know you don't like Dave Matthews, but come on.
No, I'm not a Dave Matthews fan.
You're just a music. But you're a music fan.
I appreciate him.
A good cover band at a brewery.
I'll appreciate. I really. This is being completely honest with you. I appreciate Dave Matthews. Just because I'm not a fan of some of the music,
sure,
I know
you have to.
Yeah, that what they're doing is something that's like revolutionary. You know, it's
absolutely.
It's crazy, but it's just not my thing. You know,
and that's okay. It wasn't my thing for a long time, and I'm a newer Dave Matthews band guy. You're talking maybe 5, 6, 7, 8 years. That's all. Yeah.
Well, your brother Joey. I mean,
my brother, and it's funny, he only got into it because I was big into Dave Matthews in '96 when I was in high school, when his new stuff came out, like in the beginning, and he took it from me, and he's like, I really dig it, and then he became a fanatic. Like, he's beyond.
Your brother and I, we used to when we were working together and everything, we'd once in a while we'd do. CD mix exchanges and things like that.
Yeah, he loves doing that.
Yes, I remember giving him the Tool. Now he's a big Tool fan.
He's huge into Tool. Yeah, he's looking to go to the concert. And he's huge into Tool.
Yeah, and I remember he gave me the Dave Matthews mix, and I was like, Joey, it's not bad, but it's not my thing. And he's like, Ken, you need to go to a concert. And I was like, all right, I'll go to a concert. I went to a concert.
Still, it's an experience, man.
It was
good.
Really cool it was good, but I can't say that I left being like
wowed.
Like, no, I was wowed. He put on a good show. It was great, but I just can't say I left being a Dave Matthews fan. That's all.
That's all right.
But I have,
and you don't have to be.
No, there's nothing. Yeah, and I like I said, I appreciated it, but it's not something that I put on my radio. It's just. If it's on, I'll listen to it here and there, but it's not my thing, It's just...
so Tin Barn in New York does live bands every weekend, and Icarus, and then now I saw the Dave Matthews, and I think they have a Billy Joel cover band.
Oh, yeah?
Or cover guy, I guess it would be, right? Playing at Jersey Girl.
What's your favorite Billy Joel song?
My favorite Billy Joel song?
Oh,
there's so many.
If I'm with friends, for me, it's Piano Man. Just because I could sing that with other people.
Piano Man's one of my least ones because it's the most popular.
I like it because you can just swing your beer and sing us a song. You're the piano man, and I just can kind of get into that.
I like In the Middle of the Night.
That's new. That's new. New. That's 2030. Now it's not new, but that for me that would be newer Billy Joel. I like the classics like Uptown Girl.
Uptown Girl's good. I always remember that video.
Longest Time. Yeah.
I love Longest Time because there's no music in it. It's just those guys.
It's like acapella. Yeah.
Yeah, acapella, and Shooter McGavin, right, was in the video.
It was. Yeah. Shooter McGavin from Happy Gilmore. Yeah, I like that. I liked Pressure. That's a little bit newer stuff. You know? I like that. To me, it reminds me of like Transylvania or something. I don't don't know why.
Like a Rocky Horror Picture.
Yeah, I don't know. It's just, but I mean, me and you, we saw Billy Joel live. Remember
we did. That was a good show, man.
Yeah.
We sat, and those seats were pretty cool.
Yeah, we got like the bar seating at MSG. It was like these stools that were
just like we're sitting on now with like a bar top that was long.
So
and you were at the top of the section,
and we had a great view, and the beer place was right next to us.
Right. And the thing is, you're not sitting in a seat like this where you're arm to arm. Like this is how we were sitting.
So, little tip: if you don't want to be squished in between people and you like a little breathing room, get the bar seats.
The bar seats.
MSG.
And we were behind the stage, but he rotated, and you see everything.
Yeah,
it was great.
That was a great concert.
I want to see him again. Yeah, it was good.
Well, maybe I think maybe. Well, if you want to go,
let's go.
Yeah.
Let's go. It's been a long time since I've been in the city, man. Yeah. We should definitely.
Would you say it's been the longest time?
It's been the longest time. Gotta snap our fingers when we say. But yeah, so live music, no food yet. But Jersey, we're delivering beers. We're getting there.
Yeah, we'll get there.
Icarus is a solid damn brewery, bro.
This is good.
It's cool that you have it on tap too.
Yeah, I gotta figure out. That's got to be almost done, man. See what the next one's gonna be.
Yeah. So what are you thinking?
I've been liking the Icarus. Why? Because their six stills are like these recyclable kegs. So, I'm not
so you don't have to like give it back.
No, I'm not giving anything back.
Right.
I don't have to like say that I'm going to buy the next beer from them, which I probably will. And I could just take the keg. You got to like decompress it though, so you got to like either like stab aside or do something. Sure. Yeah, you don't want to have something pressurized that you.
Right, but you just throw it in the recycling bin and they come to pick it up.
Yeah, throw it into the recycling bin and that's it. You know, you don't have to worry about getting the keg back to them. So that I kind of like that convenience of it.
Let me ask you another question, off topic.
Sure.
What do you do with your 4-pack of beers, the holder? I have a collection.
You can recycle them.
You think it's better to bring it back to the brewery, though? Will they take them back?
I've mentioned it to people that make beer and in the past, and a lot of times the response is like, "Yeah, we have like 60,000 of those."
Okay, so maybe I'll just throw them in the recycling bin.
I know, because like the problem is that when they're doing certain colors, say they're doing silver or yellow or something, they probably want to keep consistent with it, and then throwing those extra ones that you brought from it. And especially now with the whole COVID thing, people might be like, you touched it, it's going on top of a can, so you're better off just probably. I have tons of them. I probably have a ton sitting on the fridge over there.
Yeah. But I have so much more on top of. Oh my god, I have such a thing, and I'm like, if I bring it to Bricks doesn't. I never got like a green beer holder from Bricks before. It's kind of like I bring when I used to go to the cleaners. Yeah. I'd bring my wire hangers back after a while. I'd be like, you guys want this? And they're like, thank you so much. Thank you. Yeah. And they would take it. And I'm like, all right, cool. I'm like, do I bring back the...
Yeah, I know.
What do I get rid of, though?
I think sometimes they're like, if it's more work for me, then I don't know. But they should take them back because that's, But,
only if they can use them. If they'd rather me throw it out.
Well, now they have these ones that are like biodegradable and stuff, ones that like if they end up in the ocean, they dissolve and stuff.
They won't be around a turtle's neck?
Yes, exactly. Well, these ones won't be either, but I think it's more earthy. Is that the term to use? But anyways.
Odie?
Yeah, Odie. But the problem with is, you can start to get into it where like, manufacturing certain things, it starts to get expensive. So I don't know, if that's something they would, a bridge that a lot of these breweries would cross. Right. But who knows?
Hey, well, shout out Icarus, and we want the gold. And speaking of gold. Are we getting any gold medals this year in the Winter Olympics?
Do you watch the Winter Olympics, man?
They're kind of boring. I'm a Summer Olympics guy.
So I will catch here, like once in a while I'll be flipping through the channel, I'll just put it on. Especially with snowboarding, because I used to snowboard a lot.
Okay.
Were you a snowboarder or skier?
Never
or
had
anything of that sort? No.
Skied once in my life.
Snow tubing?
I would do that. I want to do that. I don't have... I'm afraid to get hurt.
They have snow tubing in the Olympics.
They should.
They should.
They have everything else.
Who could do the biggest ramp? And that should be part of it. You have to build your own ramp.
I went skiing once in high school on a little class trip. I got hurt and I never tried it again.
Yeah.
And I don't know. I'm more of a Summer Olympic guy. I don't watch the Winter Olympics too much.
I like Summer Olympics. I like the whole the routines and everything. I just find that over the years I've been watching less and less. I don't know if it's because my time is just not there as much anymore, or there's other things that just interest me more.
That's probably it.
Yeah, it's probably it. But I do like. You know what I really get hyped about? And all of a sudden, I become European. Is when that World Cup comes out. I will watch.
I do too.
Yeah,
I'm not a. You're a soccer player. I was never a soccer player, but I love watching soccer during the World Cup.
Yeah, well, that was the thing. I played soccer my whole life until after high school, when I just kind of said, "All right." So I was always into playing it. But I was never a fan of watching it.
Right.
Not until later on when I started going to bars and things like that, and they were playing the World Cup, and everyone's getting excited, and they have the decor everywhere, and I'm you go to some of these Manhattan bars, and you're like, oh yeah, man, I love this.
Do you watch MLS though, or you strictly?
No, I've been to games.
I don't mind a good Red Bulls game. Yeah, you know what I mean.
I've been
to a nice stadium.
I went to a game. Gosh, it was years ago, and the only reason I
Metro Stars. Remember them?
Yes, it was Metro Stars versus Galaxy, I think, and the only reason I went.
Watch Beckham.
Was to watch Beckham play, because I wanted to be able to say that I watched
the sexiest man in the world play soccer.
He's a sexy dude, yes.
Well,
but that voice.
You're a sucker for a good accent.
No, I don't like the voice. It sounds like
Well,
I don't know.
Okay.
It's a little high.
I agree with you. When the World Cup comes around, I get psyched up.
Yeah, it's cool. Obviously you're gonna root for America first, but do you find yourself rooting for Italy?
Of course.
Okay.
Of course. If it's not gonna be America, it's gonna be Italy.
Yeah, for me it's Germany. Because I got that quarter German in me. So,
sure.
I like to.
And you know what? Those are always two solid teams that are always there. So you're getting good product out of all.
I mean, if you saw my. You don't have the view here. I mean, you have just a bar here, but if you look over there, John can see I have jerseys hanging up of
Beckenbauer
and Klinsmann. Yeah, I got some, some.
And that's the way it should
German,
be, though.
Soccer players and stuff. Yeah,
you root for USA, and then as a secondary, you root for where you're from. Your nationality.
Yeah.
You're German and Puerto Rican. Puerto Rican, there's no Puerto Rico team.
No, so you got to root for the Germans.
So you got to root for the Germans, and that's fine. That's okay.
Yeah.
Anybody but the Brazilians. Sorry to all my Brazil fans, but they're always there, and it's like it gets annoying after a while.
If our friend's wife, Bruna, she...
Sorry, Bruna. Me and Bruna, we spoke recently, and we said we were going to go to the Carnival for a weekend.
Our friend Damien,
Brazil,
who we've known for a very long time, is married to Bruna, who's Brazilian, yes.
Yeah.
But, you just, ruffled her feathers, probably.
Yeah,
so.
That's all right. Bruna, I am not rooting for Brazil.
Yeah. Wow.
It's like the who would you consider them? Like the Patriots of football, right? They're just freaking always there, and it's like I want them to lose already. They're always there.
Well, who made Pele? Really made him, huge, right?
Pele?
Yeah, Pele.
He was on Brazil.
Yeah,
I don't know.
Yeah, Pele. Pele. He also played for the Cosmos.
That's how I know the Cosmos.
Yeah, Cosmos back when. The early 80s, my pops used to take us to games and stuff, and I had some Cosmo memorabilia, hanging around somewhere. I don't know where, but
you remember Winter Olympics back in the day? You remember the whole Tanya Harding, Nancy Kerrigan debacle?
That's when it was exciting,
right? It's like I'm watching the Winter Olympics. I want to see somebody get beat with a bar to the knee. Like that was crazy.
That sounded horrible.
That was nuts.
Yeah. Wow. I know. We just need someone to do that again.
We need controversy. Who's your favorite Olympian? Do you have a favorite Olympian?
No.
Like who's the swimmer there? Michael Phelps.
Michael Phelps with the web feet and stuff.
Yeah.
Cheater.
Cheater.
Yeah, I mean, He seems like an
Shaun White. I mean, Shaun White.
Yeah, you know what?
Forever. This is his last one.
I'm gonna say that Shaun White. I always like Shaun White.
This is his last one.
I root for Shaun White. I think he's been doing it for so long. He's a master of what he does, and you know.
I don't think he had a good Olympic though. I think he came in like 4th. I don't think he.
Well, come on, age catches up with you. You know,
and it's funny age. I mean, he's not really old, but I guess for that type of thing,
come on.
I don't think I think he's like 40.
Yeah, dude, I'm 41.
I know, and shoveling the snow.
And I've been redoing my bathroom here, and at nighttime, I'm like, oh,
yeah, right.
Yeah, so
it's like a football player. You know, you get a running back. He's 30. He's no good anymore. 30. Damn.
Yeah, we're not as nimble. We're not. You know, the weight doesn't come off as easy. It seems like. You know, but so we decided today that we were going to do a little out of the tap, which we did, and we're bringing in a stout. This is outside our typical element here,
but it's a winter beer. Right? It
is.
A stout is a cold.
Now let me ask you: do you find yourself doing certain beers during certain seasons, or
not me personally, because I'm usually strictly an IPA guy.
Okay,
but I do know that a big beer person does stouts in the winter.
Okay.
And you don't want to drink a stout in the summer.
Yeah, I don't usually myself. Yes, I like to do it in the winter. Just something with the winter, the cold air.
Right.
I like to do like lagers and Oktoberfest beers, you know, in like September.
Right.
I like to do, I'll do a blonde in the summer, you know?
Absolutely.
And I guess it really depends. But certain ones. Are you pouring me more there, John, than yourself?
There's still more in here, but I figured for the show we just go a little bit. Well, I could fill you up.
No, you fill yourself up more.
All right. So this is a collab that you provided for us.
Actually, you know who this is from?
Absolutely, buddy. Dominucci. Once you see Root+Branch, it's got to be Dominucci.
So our buddy Dom is the man with getting us some of these awesome, especially Root+Branch. I should call him Root+Branch Dom. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Or
he's got a lot of
the Dominucci. You know, he gets us these awesome.
He should have a lot of nicknames. Nothing bad.
This one that is a stout that I've had in the fridge for a little bit longer than I probably should have. But it's something that I've been waiting to split with someone.
It's a collab with a very, very popular brewery in the Hudson Valley.
Hudson Valley Brewery?
Yeah, man. They're the king of sours, as I hear.
Sour IPAs. Right. So that's interesting because you get someone like Root+Branch. They're probably more well known for their IPAs,
right.
And then you get something like someone like Hudson Valley, who's known for their sour IPAs,
but not a stout.
And they're both creating a stout.
Yeah.
What's the name of this one again?
This is Compulsory Miseducation 3. I feel like it's a Fuji's CD title. You know,
what is that? What is the picture there, man?
It looks like fingers holding something.
Let me see.
And this is
it's fingers holding like an eye or something, right?
Something, yeah. Root+Branch has some cool cans, dude. Their art is pretty cool.
As far as can art, what's your favorite? Like, do you have like a specific brewery that's your favorite can art?
I don't think so.
No.
I mean, I'm a Bricks guy, and all their jam arts I think are pretty cool. But
what about like Great Notion? They have like the bear.
Great Notion. Actually, think Great Notion and Abomination. They always got like zombies on there. Yeah, I like that.
I was always a huge fan of Trillium artwork. I don't know what it was. It was just clean. It just looked like it just, you know.
Yeah.
But I do love Great Notion as well. I would say those are my top 2 favorite.
Yeah. No, yeah.
I mean, this is cool too, though.
Yeah.
I mean,
Root+Branch is cool.
Yeah,
Root+Branch is simple.
It seems a little dark at times, though. You're looking at it, you're like, what's going on there? You know.
Well, this is a 9.2, I believe. I'm not a stout guy at all. I always pass on the stouts.
Well, make sure you're drinking your water. You have your water over there?
No.
You forgot it.
But it is the winter. It is cold, and we're going to do something different
Sure,
today,
why not, man?
Why
Let's
not?
do it. Let's do it. Cheers, buddy.
That's freaking good.
It's good, man.
I hate to admit things sometimes because I talk like, I don't know, and then I drink it and I'm like, oh,
no, there's some, let me just put this out there. There's some stouts that you have that are super, super sweet, syrupy almost, like you're drinking syrup.
Yeah.
This is not that.
No, not at all.
No.
This has a great aftertaste.
Yeah, this is like drinking it's very coffee-like.
Yeah,
definitely coffee on that.
I think some people get nuts with their stouts when there's chili peppers in it, and I want to taste like rainbow cookie cake or crumb cake, and
we put a whole cake in this one.
Yeah, it makes it too sweet.
And 65 brownies.
Right.
Love it.
And then you're looking for your insulin shot because it's just way too sweet.
No, yeah, this is over the board sweet.
Solid.
Yeah. And this is a first for us. 10th episode in.
10th episode in. We finally went to a stout.
We went to a stout. And it's... but it's Root+Branch. So we couldn't... Root+Branch and Hudson Valley.
You have to trust... Certain breweries, you just have to try it because you have to trust... You know the brewery and you know their... the way they are and their... And that's solid.
That's really good.
That's solid.
I think you might change your rating on this one. Because I think John said you may have had this one already, right?
I think we had this one at a share a while ago.
Yeah, but it might have been a very small sample, and we were drinking 8 million other things at the time. So
Yeah. So, I believe I gave it like a 4, but this is more like a
4.5, 4.25, 4.5.
For a stout that I don't like stouts, this would be up there for like a 4.5.
Just to remind everyone, Untapped ratings go to 5. That's what we're going off of.
And you can pay to have a 4.32, and I'm not paying Untapped to...
No, especially now that it's not run by the original Untappers.
No. So I think I would do a 4.5 for this. This is a damn good stout, man. I'm enjoying this. I am enjoying this a lot.
I like it.
I went to a beer festival in February of 2020, right before everything shut down, and it was the Meadowlands Beer Festival.
Yeah.
And like I said, I don't like stouts, and I love beer festivals. And
that's all they had?
Every damn beer was a beer festival. Yeah. It was a stout at the beer festival. And I'm like, it's February, right? Yeah, well, it's getting to us, yeah.
This was a festival, too.
This was a festival in my mouth. So, it was all stouts, and I don't remember leaving the beer festival.
Yeah.
There was a lot of, 13, 14%ers, bourbon barrel stouts.
Oh, we get silly.
Yeah, dude, I couldn't handle it.
Yeah.
I'm more of a summer beer festival guy.
Speaking, which places do you like your most favorite beer festivals that you've been to?
It's got to be Atlantic City. It has to be. The International Beer Festival, and there's music.
Yeah.
We saw Less Than Jake there, right? We saw Rusted Root. We saw...
Send me on my way.
Yeah, send me on my way. We saw... what's that band from the 90s there? Art... I forget it. Dead Air. I can't remember. It'll come to me.
Yeah,
it'll come to me.
From the 90s.
I will buy you a new house.
Oh, Everclear?
Everclear, yes. We saw Everclear there,
Yeah, that's right.
And one of my favorite bands, I didn't see them there, played the International Atlantic City Beer Festival, is The Used. I'm a huge Used fan. I don't know if you know The Used. But
of course I know The Used.
I love them, man. I love them. So Atlantic City, because it's not just a beer festival, it's a beer and music festival.
It's more of an experience. Yeah. Yes, I'll agree. And with Atlantic City, it's more than just the music and the venue and the beer. It's, you're going to gamble and have fun afterwards and stuff, And
they're into remember we all grew mustaches. And,
So we used to do this thing where we were being silly and we would. It was almost like a team thing, and we were like a team, like a drinking team, and we had our mustaches, and we all have these. I always did the nice big handlebar mustache.
Yeah, you did the handlebar. Yeah, I couldn't grow that, so I just I tried as hard as I could.
You can absolutely do a handlebar mustache
now. Yeah, because I let it in. I hate it. No.
Yeah, that was fun. I don't know if I would do that now because I've just, I'm used to the.
No, I would just go. Now. I would go as is right now.
Yeah, I think so. I think we grew out of the.
But it's not inside anymore. It used to be at the convention center in Atlantic City. Now it's at an airport strip and it's outside.
Oh, is it?
So we used to go. I believe it used to be April. Now it's in June.
Yeah,
when it's warm outside. Yeah, which we should try it again, man. We should.
But let me tell you something,
guys trip.
And I'll go back to AC in a second. But let me tell you something. I went to beer festival that was right on this. Gosh, it wasn't South Street Seaport. Where was it? It was right on this like pier out in New. I think it was New York.
We went together. Is that the one we went to?
No.
Different one?
This was a different one. Yeah,
okay.
yeah.
Oh, we did a beer crawl.
No, this was out in near the World Trade Center, around there. You know, and it was just right on this pier, and it was gorgeous, man.
Right.
Like, great weather, everything. It was just a perfect day for it.
And it was outside. Everything was outside.
Yeah, it was outside.
Yeah,
everything was. I love the outside ones, man.
Except for the last one we went to.
Oh, yeah. So we every year we've been going. Recently to the Jersey City Beer Festival, and it's always been at the Harbor place or whatever.
The Harbor Atrium.
Yeah, the Atrium. Inside, but you can go outside and have a beer, or for people who smoke or whatever. Yeah, you go outside and you can hang out there, and it's such a great sight. So we originally had bought tickets prior to the pandemic.
It was April 2020 it was supposed to be, or the end of March.
Then it got postponed and postponed. And finally, they had it, but they had it in like this parking lot. And we're like, wait a second.
It was so sketch.
Yeah, it was a little sketchy. Yeah. It wasn't. They had vendors. They weren't even vendors. I think they hired people, told them go to the liquor store, buy some beers, and they were selling I'm like, oh, I'm asking them about the beer. Like, say it was a Dogfish or something. I'm like, oh, so tell me about this beer. And they're like, we don't know. We got it from the store.
They just told me to pour.
Yeah, they told me.
I feel like they gave $5 like homeless people in the street, and they're like, here, do me a favor, pour this beer.
Yeah, it was odd. It was really odd. We had a fun time, but it wasn't what our expectations
we always have a fun time when we're together. So me, you, Jay, whoever else comes with us and meets us up.
Yeah, we hit up a couple bars nearby.
We had fun.
Remember we went to that bar where I got the old Fitzgerald there.
Yes. You and Jay went to. Yeah, you were so excited about that. Me and Tom just drank our beer.
Yeah.
And you guys knew more about the bourbon than the waiters and the bartenders there.
Well, that's typically the case.
Yeah.
And the beer as well. Usually that's the case, but
that was a disaster.
Yeah, but
we should do Atlantic City this year. We should do it again.
I said I was done with it, man.
Yeah, it's hard to get away.
It's tough to get people together now. The older you get, it seems like getting people together. But we were talking about. I'm interested in doing Kentucky, man. I don't know.
We did talk about that.
Yeah.
We were talking about going to. So I ran it by the wife. And,
I didn't hear any of this yet.
She wasn't opposed. Oh. She wasn't on board and wasn't opposed. I told her the details, and then when I looked at the details, I was like, I don't know if this makes sense, right? We were talking about going to Nashville and Memphis, but then going to Kentucky, and it's like they're not close to each other.
No.
How are we doing this? So I think once I get more of a definitive plan.
Let me tell you, and Jay, if you're listening right now,
work on this.
I am all for the distilleries and going to those places and anything that's around those places. Good food places. We get some nice dry rub ribs, things like that. I am so for. But I really don't care about going to Graceland or any of that stuff. I really just want to go.
I don't want to see where Elvis died on the toilet. I don't really care about that. No.
I've actually been there, and that's one of the reasons too. I've been there. I didn't go inside at the time; it was closed. But his grave is next to his pool, and the pool there or something. It's interesting, but yeah, I don't know if that's something.
Well, I know you want to do the Bourbon Trail.
I do.
Which I would do that with you guys, but you got to throw me a bone too and throw some beer in there.
Yeah, I mean,
I can't do bourbon all the time.
I would be absolutely fine with that if you said, "Hey, I want to check out this brewery."
Yeah,
but or this bar that has these cool beers. I'm sure. Yeah. I'm not there to get tanked on bourbon the whole time. So that's something we'll let you guys know when that time comes.
Maybe we should work on the plans and tell them what we should be doing.
Yeah, we're buying tickets.
Yeah,
and if you want to come with us,
yeah.
Wow, the stout, huh?
The stout. Yeah, it's one of those episodes, guys.
Yeah.
But anyway.
So back to AC Beer Fest, man. So
I got a funny story. Can I tell a quick funny story?
Yeah, go for it.
All right, my buddy. I'm going to say his name too because I haven't seen him in a while. I'm going to see him soon. My buddy Delzy. So my buddy Delzy, Del Poems. He's a big dude, right? He's tall. He's bigger than
yeah.
You know him. He's big. And we went to it was our first Atlantic City Beer Fest, and we were so like excited.
Yeah.
And you've been there.
Yeah,
if you get there early, it's like hundreds of people just waiting to get in, right? Because they don't open the gate, and then once they open the gate, it's like a rush, a herd.
Yeah.
He's huge, and he pushed his way through. And he's like, I can't wait. And we had some absinthe before, so we were a little...
Absinthe?
Yeah. Story takes a turn.
Yeah.
So he pushes his way through. I didn't see him again. Until the next day. So he pushed his way through. He got his cup. He went in, and I was one of a couple other guys, and I saw him one time at the beer festival. Did you ever see that video of Bigfoot? Like that so-called video of him walking through. Yeah. That was him with his arms waving and his cup, and that was it. I called him, didn't hear anything from him, and we went out 5, 6, 7 o'clock in the morning. Now we're going to I called the hospital. I called the police station.
What?
Yeah. Couldn't find him. Go to different casinos, seeing if he's playing, nothing. Finally, I go down. I go to a random casino. I go down, and he's playing craps with all these people. And I slapped him back in the head, and I said, "Dude, we've been looking for you all night." And they all attacked me, and they're like, "You don't touch him. He's with us." I said, "What the hell? Dude, we went to the beer festival, and what did you do? You met all new friends, and it was a good time, man. That's what the beer festival does, dude. You get tanked up on your beers, and the nights get silly, and it's a good time."
Yeah, were you with Nick Papagiorgio?
Yeah, right? No, it's hysterical, man. It was so funny. And we've gone together.
Yeah.
You know, played blackjack till 5, 6, 7 o'clock in the morning.
Now, I haven't been AC in a little while, but they've definitely taken a bit of a turnaround now. Not now. Probably, when did they do the outlets? That was, 15, 20 years ago?
Yeah. Yeah, about 15.
15, maybe, yeah. They really try to rebuild it.
They cleaned themselves up a little bit.
Yeah. They needed it. They needed it.
I don't know if it's necessarily working. I was there in the fall.
Yeah. I haven't been there in a while, so you know more than me.
Yeah, I wouldn't roam the boardwalk at night.
Yeah.
You know, but it's...
So, the last time I was there, I think, we got one of those... It was like 5 of us. I don't think you were with us. It was like 5 of us, grown men. One of those guys in one of those push cart bicycles.
Yeah.
He goes...
They struggle to push you. Yeah.
He goes, "You need a ride?" And we're like, "I don't think you can handle us." And the guy goes, "It's all right," you know. Yeah. And we're piled into this little thing.
And then 100 feet later, he's kicking himself in the ass.
It took us 3 hours later.
He called his buddies, "Hey, I need help pushing these guys."
and then we were giving it a tip. We're like,
yeah, $10.
No, I'm joking.
$10, but thanks.
Yeah, we take care of our people. Yeah. But anyways, yeah.
I would honestly, we haven't done the Atlantic City Beer Festival in probably, man. I mean, my kids are 11, so it's been a while.
Well, it was always tough because it was near your anniversary.
Yeah.
So
yeah, there was a couple times it was on my anniversary, and my wife was like, "If you go to a beer festival, don't come home."
I guess you should take that.
But I would love to do that now. Just see if we can handle it. Like now, like can we relive our youth a little bit?
Yeah,
I think we could.
But it wasn't that long ago that we were there. I just think it's just, I don't know. It's like a whole process. You gotta book the room.
Yeah,
get people to go. Right. And then get the tickets. And
the first couple times I went for the beer festival and came home. I didn't book a room.
Oh, yeah?
I drove down, went to the beer festival, drove home.
Oh.
Yeah, that's not a good idea.
No.
No, not a good idea.
Not at all.
We don't support that.
Unless you take one of those, like, Gray Fox bucks, or what's it, the Gray Greyhound.
The Greyhound, No.
Yeah, the Greyhounds,
no. It's not smart to drive to a beer festival 2 hours away and drive back. So.
No, not a smart idea, but
Anyway. Hey, good times, man. We should try to do something again.
Yeah.
Just to... I'm interested in doing that bourbon trail. So
yeah. Well, speaking of bourbon, John, I want to ask you, buddy.
I'm gonna push this to the side.
We're at 10 episodes now.
Right.
How's this going? Are we? It's always the convincing John to like bourbon. What do you think right now? Where are we with this?
Right. We're. This is episode 10.
Yeah.
Right. It's a milestone. 10 episodes is a milestone.
Yeah.
And I think I've come a long way, right? The last episode we had a
old fashioned,
and
you were like, even
the
after
first
the
old
episode,
fashioned I didn't like, and then the second one I was like, I dig
so
this.
after the episode, I mean, John was still sipping on it.
Right.
He goes to me, he's like, "Dude, this is really good. I can get this at a restaurant, right, or anything, right? You know, it's just."
I want to try a bourbon that you pick out that is smooth, that is not going to the flames aren't going to come into my throat.
I can't guarantee that.
I want to try it neat.
Okay.
I want to try the way you guys drink it. I want to try it. I want to do it.
So we're doing neat for you.
All right. I'm hyped. Let's try this. Man.
All right.
Don't do too much because I don't want to waste it if it's not.
I'll give you. So this is Widow Jane.
Okay.
Lucky 13. This is actually a store pick, which you don't find a Lucky 13 in store picks that often. This is single barrel.
Store pick. We went over that a couple weeks ago, yeah.
Lucky 13 because it's aged 13 years.
Awesome.
And pure limestone mineral water from the legendary Rosendale Mines of New York.
So this is not from Kentucky.
No, this is not. And this is actually, if I understand correctly, it's distilled in Indiana, but bottled in New York.
Strange.
Yeah.
What does that mean? What do they do with it once it's distilled? How do they get it to New York?
I mean, it's interesting. Yeah, with all that.
All right.
Well, yeah.
So you've had this before?
Yeah, this is solid. And actually, for these guys, Widow Jane, they make some good stuff. The distiller, which you don't see as often, is a female distiller.
Oh, all right, cool.
Yeah. So
is her name Jane?
You know, it might be. I don't know for sure. Let's crack this bait.
Yeah, let's do that.
Let's be open. All right, let's see. I'll give you a little bit. That's good for you, Johnny.
It's got that golden color, that dark caramelly color.
Yeah, nice little.
Oof.
So this one is 49.5% alcohol, 99 proof. It's under 100 proof, so it's not like it shouldn't hurt you too bad, John.
And you and Jay were talking in one of our episodes where 107 is like your
107 seems to be the magic number. You know, like your Weller Antique 107,
right.
Or like we had the
8 is my magic number for beer.
8.
Yeah, like a good 8.
So you like a double?
I do.
Yeah. So.
All right.
Well, cheers. Tell me what you think.
Oh, I'm nervous. I'm not gonna lie. I'm nervous. And
you forgot your water, so this is gonna be more interesting.
I'm gonna have to use the stout to. All right, let's do this.
All right.
All right. Honest opinion. It doesn't burn as much as I thought it was going to burn. It's sitting on the back of my tongue now.
Yeah. Getting that flavor. It's bursting.
It's bursting. I thought it would be worse.
Yeah.
It's not bad.
Yeah. To be honest with you, if you chased it with that stout, man, you get that bourbon barrel stout kind of taste with it. You know, you might be.
Right, cheers. Let's it's not bad at all.
No.
I think the amount you gave me is the perfect amount, though.
Yeah.
I took a big gulp, though.
Yeah, you don't need to. We're not teenagers, or no, I shouldn't say that because I wasn't drinking when I was a teenager, was I? Excuse me. But we're not in our early 20 bar hop days where we're taking shots and stuff. So this is something that you can sip, relax on, enjoy.
So I think that's my problem. Is you drink these and you sip it.
Yes.
I feel like this is more of something I would want to shoot down than sip.
Oh.
Now, that's bad. No, I know. I think, but does that mean that I'm not enjoying it if I want to shoot it down? Because that means I want to get it over with.
Well, listen, man. Everyone's going to say there's no right or wrong way to drink your bourbon, but I just would say for something like this, you want to just enjoy, taste, get the flavors, swish it around your mouth. Get that nose. You know how to get it from your nose?
It's definitely smooth. No, I don't know how to get it from my nose.
Right above your top of your lip.
Okay.
Put it right on top of your lip. Keep your mouth open and sniff.
And then sip as you're sniffing?
No, just...
Oh, just sniff.
Keep your mouth open and sniff.
It's like a sniffing salt.
Yeah.
It's definitely smooth. I will say that. I've had so much worse.
Yeah.
Now, is that because I'm getting used to it, or is that because this is a good bourbon?
All right. Well, we have been doing this for 10 weeks. You've had a little bit in between. Your palate will adjust. It will, you start to recognize flavors. You start to see certain things. You start to see what you like and what you don't like.
Right.
I mean...
I don't hate it.
Yeah.
I don't hate it.
Well, that's a good thing, though.
I don't. No, I don't. I don't hate it. It doesn't burn as much as some stuff I've had before.
So it seems like this is a general consensus. It seems like you don't want things that will burn.
Yeah. Yeah.
And whiskey shouldn't
burn.
I mean, if it's burning, like if you're drinking it right, you should, be
you know what I mean with the burn, though. Yeah. You know what I mean, right? It just sits in the chest.
I like heat. I do like a little heat. I like more foolproof, barrel strength things. I like that.
Right.
I prefer it. I actually don't want something typically that's less.
Anybody would, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Nobody would want to burn, though. You want it to be smooth.
No, I want something, but for me, I tie in some of that heat with flavor. I feel like I get higher proof stuff. I feel like I get better flavor from.
Okay.
Yeah.
The flavor is it's good.
Yeah.
I did a little burp and I feel it. The flavor coming up, and it's not a bad flavor.
Yeah.
It's I can do that.
Yeah.
I can do that.
Yeah.
It might be better cold. Actually, you know what? Maybe it won't be better cold because it'll be watered down and I won't be tasting as much flavor as I'm tasting right now.
Yeah, but it's by the way, this is a store pick with from 52nd Wine and Liquors out of Liberty, New York. That's right near where my house is in the Catskills.
Okay.
And my buddy Pete over there always gets some decent stuff. And,
I see you like it because there's not much left in there.
Oh, I got 2 more bottles of it too.
But you like that one.
So believe it or not, I was there a couple months ago, and he had one bottle on the shelf. I say to Pete, the guy who runs the store, and I said, hey, is this your last bottle? He goes, yeah. I'm like, all right, I'll grab it. I like it. It's good. It's a store pick for Widow Jane, 13-year. I'm like, I'll take it. And it was like $90. So for a store pick like this, you expect a little bit more expensive.
Okay.
But it's a solid.
So you got a good deal.
I got a good deal, and so I bought it. I went back a couple weeks ago, and he had a box of it sitting on the side. I go to him, hey, Pete, you told me that was sold out. What's going on? I'm like, I bought it because you said it was sold out. And he goes to me, he goes, that's my box.
Ooh,
I said, why do you have it on here? He's like, I just didn't move it. I'm like, he's like, but that's mine. And I said, maybe I'm a sucker, but I don't think I am because I really didn't see anywhere in the store. And I said, I'm going to take another one from your box. And he goes, all right, yeah, I'll sell it to you, but I'm putting that box away.
Yeah. Did he jack the price up, or you got it for a good?
Nah, he's good with it.
That's
he's good with him. He takes care of me. I take care of him. So
good.
But I'm glad we're
solid,
here.
man. I mean, hey, I never thought we would get to this where I'd be drinking a warm or neat.
And that's where we're at. So I think future episodes, it's going to be, John, do you want to try this? Right. Do you want to try this bourbon? You want to try that bourbon? I want to see that you have that passion.
I do want to start drinking what like you guys are drinking. But, I want to taste it. I want to see what the hype is, and I want to get into that.
Yeah.
My pockets don't feel the same way. Yeah. But my mentality does.
Listen, when you're in my house, and you have whatever you want, and I'm never going to say.
And I will say that. Thank you to you for I know this stuff's not cheap.
Yeah, but you know what?
And you share it with me. So,
I will always share what I have.
Yeah.
And I appreciate John makes a little bit of a trek coming here, but obviously.
Sharing stuff like this with good friends is, there's no price on that.
I would never say no to sharing bourbon. So, absolutely. So
let's finish this up. Cheers. Good episode.
Good.
Shout outs today. We're going to shout out Root+Branch.
Root+Branch.
Hudson Valley.
And Hudson Valley, that's right.
Collab. Dominucci for hooking us up with that, right?
Dominucci.
Right? He's Dominucci on Instagram.
Yeah, follow Dominucci on Instagram. Yep. He is the man behind the beer. He knows his stuff. And if you want to see some good beers posted, you go to see Dominucci.
We'd love to have him on as a guest, but I don't know if that's going to happen. He'd rather be a spectator than a...
Dom's more of that man behind the scenes. Yeah. You know, he's just kind of... But we'll
mysterious.
See.
He's mysterious.
We'll get him to pop in here one time, you know. And
we'll get it.
Give a quick hello or something, you know.
Shout out to...
Widow Jane.
Yeah,
out of New York. But so New York, Root+Branch, New York, Hudson Valley, New York. Yeah.
We didn't even talk about Root+Branch, how they don't even have a tap room and stuff, but that's for another day, because we're going to get another Root+Branch to drink, because it's...
Well, now Dom has to give us another Root+Branch.
Dom, you don't have a choice now, because we have to talk about the tap.
Yes, but they are doing a new, really quick, they're doing a new tap room, right? So, that's, and brewery and stuff, so...
Shout out Sean White, the Winter Olympics. Yeah. Nancy Kerrigan, hope your knee's better. Sonia Harding. And enjoy. We're almost out of winter, man. It's going to be spring soon.
Yeah, so, before we know it, we'll be drinking some beer at the Irish pub for St. Patty's or something, you know? So cheers, Johnny.
Cheers.
Glad you liked it, buddy.
Absolutely.
And cheers to you guys as always.
Have a great night. Like, comment, subscribe, and we'll see you.
All righty.
Peace.